Welcome back to Azran Legacy. So before we move on to the next land, let's look at the episode that we unlocked earlier. Listen on a pleasant chat between Martin, Miranda, and Javier as the sun beats down on the Sangrio shore and the waves lap gently at their feet. Alright.
You know, Sangrio is nice, but it's no San Junipero.
Alright. Go ahead, Jova.
Alright, again, Martin. Tell me, is Paponio cake with ice cream a winning combination, like I thought it would be?
Hopefully it will be, yeah. Come on, Pedro, press A.
Oh, don't tell me now you were timing it for sure, Roy.
I honestly, I don't even know what the fuck I'm doing anymore, to be honest with you.
Just keep going, Jova, it's fine.
Avoid probably.
That's whether we're having...
Maybe.
I mean, with the
Maybe, okay, how about this? Past Pedro's going.
Yeah, he got distracted by something shiny, I don't know.
It really is. Paponio cake has never been so refreshing. I just worry that I am overdoing it, you know? Don't worry, Martin, you look fine.
Oh, don't worry about that. If it's tasty and it cools you down, that's all that really matters, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Basically.
Well, I have to say, with the kind of heat that the Sangria tends to have, I mean, I guess you have to consume it quickly.
I guess.
And hey, if I make good sales, that's a real bonus, see?
Capitalism, ahoy.
Hey, we need money to survive, okay? Hola, chicas. Fantastic weather today, no? When exactly is it not fantastic weather, Javier?
You have no such thing as bad weather there?
Apparently not.
Actually, Javier, you came at a good time. I've got a batch of brand new cake ideas ready for taste testing.
Alright, hopefully they're better, well, yeah, basically. Go on.
I'm sure there's a... Sorry, go on.
Help yourself, as many as you like.
I'm sure there's a time and eternity joke to be made somewhere.
Yes.
Great! I've got quite the appetite after my mid-afternoon workout.
Years it's been and that game still haunts us. Then again, it is time and eternity.
Now, just so you know, Martin finished the last of the coconut ones, so I've only got starfish flavor left.
Starfish?
Why this game has so many people cooking bad things with fish in it?
I'm guessing you don't like the taste of starfish, do you?
I don't even know if it's edible to begin with.
See, starfish! I'm working my way through all the local ingredients, trying to find a new taste sensation.
There you go, she's experimenting, guys. Come on.
Good lord.
But I thought...
Patrick.
But I thought your Paponio cakes were supposed to be traditional.
They are! The Peponio Cakes Unleashed! Recipe book clearly states that any local ingredient is fair game.
What kind of recipe book is that?
Cakes Unleashed!
Complete with endless possibilities.
Hey, this isn't bad.
And then it drops dead 5 seconds.
Well, they do say sangria gets enough sun to turn the sea salt into sea sugar, even though that doesn't make a lick of sense.
Apparently sun rays can actually help with some stuff, like you'd be surprised Sun Tea over here literally has it with tea being heated by the sun, and that apparently gets a nice new taste.
I heard it was the sun that turned into sugar. Anyway, thanks for your feedback, colleagues.
Colegas. Yeah. Yeah. Always a pleasure, mon ami. Of all the countries I have visited, there is really nowhere I would rather be than here in Sangrio.
And of all the countries I visited, there's nowhere I'd rather not be than Sangrio.
Well, that's the power of the harmony ring, our everlasting tradition which I'm sure will go on forever. I wonder where the egg is next.
You're being conned.
I've been wondering, Martin, what made you start traveling in the first place? Well, once upon a time, I lived a quiet life in a peaceful neighborhood.
Destiny
Got one little
Island.
fight and I got scared.
But then,
boring,
but then
so-
tragedy struck. I was accused of a crime most terrible.
Murder of the
Jaywalking,
first degree. And jaywalking.
Go ahead, Joe.
Does this mean you're running from the police? What was the crime? Should I be turning you in right now?
They said I was too gaudy, too garish. Although it was a crime of fashion. Dun dun dun.
You hail from France, how can you be accused of that?
A crime of fashion.
Fashion,
Ha ha ha. Oh, you joker, Martine. You were just kidding, right?
Pulling our chains.
Right.
No.
Right.
No, c'est vrai. They shall never catch me again.
Are you sure she's not just?
Adorable. What?
Are you sure she's not just hiding another
Anyway,
crime?
I checked. Since starfish is edible and safe to consume, it has become a popular component of street food cuisine in places like China, Indonesia, and Thailand. However, specific species are highly poisonous and dangerous to consumption, such as crown or fawn starfish.
Well, there you go then.
I learned something thanks to Layton today. Fuck off.
She was. No, I got it. She was.
Theo, you gotta learn
she was
something.
I got it. She was trying to steal all of France's cheese.
Tio, every day's a school day, whether you like it or not.
Anyway.
Hey, let's get out of
All
here.
right, all right, Jova. There you go. We're going to the dusty red desert next, which is my favorite of the regions.
Oh, say, can you see?
Don't worry, Dwebs. Don't worry, Dwebs. We don't actually go into.
Oh, wait, no, we're going to Africa, actually.
Well, don't worry, Dwebs. We're not actually going into the desert itself. We're going into a town that's in the desert.
The city looks
We're going
like
to Africa. If the map in the Azran Dome is accurate, there should be an egg somewhere within the facility. Also, Africa! Duh, 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 duh.
Go ahead, Joey.
The land is arid, yet one paints the landscape a beautiful hue.
Or paints.
Yo.
Or paints.
Poetic.
Or paints the landscape a
Or.
beautiful hue.
That's a
Okay.
very beautiful
Beautiful.
haiku.
she's referring to the.
God damn it, Aurora, this is no time for those thinking haikus. Go on, Sycamore.
The nearby town is surrounded on all sides by rocky mountains. Locating the egg may prove difficult.
Yeah,
I mean, we found
it's-
the egg in difficult situations
Considering-
before.
Considering the town is also located in a cul-de-sac, I'm expecting graboids to show up at some point.
Oh boy.
I agree. I can only sense a faint resonance of the Azran. Also,
Aurora.
Sycamore, haven't you only been around to find one of these eggs? The rest
Also-
of us have been looking.
Aurora, do you know who you remind me of? Someone who has psychic powers and can only barely use them? Counselor Troy. If you don't know what that means, good.
I thought you were going to mention someone else, but
Yeah.
Alright. So,
Maya's not psychic, so actually.
Let's count the surroundings.
let's
It's the
explore.
weird thing where the first game called her abilities ESP.
Yeah, it was a translation error, wasn't it?
I'm not sure if that was a translation error that may have just been the writers confusing ESP with spiritual powers. Okay, but this is weird. So this is apparently in Africa, yet this looks like a very, well, American-inspired town.
Pastiche, I guess.
Yeah, pastiche.
It's so dusty out here.
Just breathing your lungs.
According to Professor Sycamore, this is the town of Torino.
Ha ha ha.
Again, such an African-sounding name.
Torito? I've not heard of it before.
I don't think I see anything that looks like the Azran ruins around here.
Well, we've been led the dead end. Alright, everyone back to the village.
Well, hold on, Professor. How about we maybe look around for a bit before we come to that conclusion?
Anyway, the people of Torino are sure to be more familiar with the area than we are. It never hurts to ask around. Here, let me try. It'll be very
Oh,
good.
great. Oh, great.
Excuse me, anyone seen any big, weird-looking pyramids about?
Oh, great. Dick Layton's dual personalities are acting up
You
again.
know, honestly, this whole place seems more Southwestern American than African.
Like
just
I'm pretty confident that, like Theo said, all of these places are meant to be pastiches rather than directly inspired by a specific place. All right.
Well, the weird thing though is like all the other locations, you know, based off of where we flew to, meant no locale. Like again, unless tell me, when the Bostonius lands somewhere on the world map, Does it usually head to that space, or is it just like a generic, the ship heads into the map and then where to
Yeah.
refer wherever it actually is?
If you actually look at the world map, the continents are not the same as real world continents. They're like apparently they're like. Go on.
No. What I was asking was like, well, where the ship heads to on the map. Also, you just caused that minecart to crash. Goddamn. But okay.
And
But I
people
mean,
died. Next.
what I'm asking is about, you know, the animation where the ship flies onto the map. Does it usually fly to where you're going onto the map, or is it more like a generic ship flies towards the map and, you know, regardless of where your location is, where it's going to on the map is the same
It's
each
probably
time?
not.
I never actually paid much attention to that.
Yeah,
So-
I don't really expect that much attention to detail on a 3DS game.
I mean,
that's cheap,
honestly, I've seen plenty of
Jova.
games even before the 3DS do that.
Hey, look,
Hey.
it's Jesse. Where's James?
Okay.
Just
Wow, you talk just like they do in cowboy films.
All right. Go ahead.
Howdy there, partner. A fine day for rustling some cattle, ain't it?
Luke, what have I told? What Luke? What have I told
Go
you
ahead,
about
Jova.
stereotyping?
Keep up the accent. Go ahead.
What?
I don't think you heard me straight, boy. You hightail it out of here and don't you come back, you hear?
You see, Luke, now you got us kicked out of the town.
Go ahead.
Cultural
I
appropriation.
can't say that it's been the warmest of welcomes. Is there a particular reason for your hostility, sir?
The brat, obviously.
You're recording
Poison.
the stereotypes
Go
of the
ahead.
most unclear denier, sir. Sure is, you folks. You see, you shouldn't be here. Unless you're a tough nut like me, you ain't gonna last 10 seconds in this town.
Everyone, run for your lives!
Realize!
It's all red.
Okay.
Oh, what?
All red.
Oh, red! Yikes! Somebody call the
crap.
sheriff!
Oh crap, Shiroi. Ming turned into a red panda again.
Oh god.
It didn't take much for that tough nut to crack.
Excuse me, driver, are you sure you didn't accidentally pilot us into a Clint Eastwood film? It seems unwise to linger here. Let's follow the man. In fact, I'll pretend I'm all red so I can get my way.
I feel like that will lead to several problems along the way, Professor.
Cutscene.
Balloons.
Ass shot.
There's old red. A big red wolf.
Old Red looks like he came out of an Inuyasha anime.
I was thinking of
No,
something
it's,
else.
no,
but I
Luke,
can't-
it's all red.
Can't really.
All right, Devs, that's you. Go on.
Hey! That thing around his neck!
Who's a good boy?
Why is it? Oh, go ahead, Devs.
Oh god.
Did you see that? It's the egg. We found it at last, Rook. Yeah, I got my accent back.
Wow, that's
Yeah,
a
good
new
luck
record.
getting that egg.
Hey, we found it quickly.
We did.
Boss was right then. Get in position.
Oh, was there training
what
for this?
Don't let it get away. I hope by position. I hope you don't mean missionary.
Bishop, you only get back here.
Honestly, I think Bishop might have the right idea for one.
It's Rook and
Oh,
Bishop.
that.
It's Rook and Bishop.
Professor, it's Targent, our most greatest foes.
Yes, this is very worrying.
Is it, Layton? Is
the
it?
egg before you? Yes, sir.
Even more worrying is the fact that the egg appears to be hanging around that wolf's neck.
Layton,
A wolf
considering
and
the
the-
last conversation you had between those two, should you really be worried about Tachin being here?
A wolf out in the desert. Shouldn't that be a coyote instead?
Or a jackal.
I guess this wolf really likes the heat. I don't know.
Ran straight after the wolf. Come on, Professor, we have to hurry.
Quick, guys!
We
After
can watch!
quick, guys! After the giant wolf that can very easily kill us all.
Hooray!
Luke, stay
Bring
calm.
me
We've
to the
already
front.
lost sight of them.
We're following so we can watch the massacre.
Besides, it would be ill-advised to give chase without first finding our bearings.
Indeed.
You don't say.
Bearings.
God damn it, Professor.
Go ahead.
Right. We should ask around first. Do you think that man would be more willing to help now that his overblown ego has popped?
Hey, Emmy, you're pretty tough. Maybe you could wrestle that wolf into submission.
Also, actually, Luke, you can talk to animals. Maybe you can communicate with the wolf to see, maybe...
Yeah, and he'll lose his head. How do you think Mr. and Mrs. Layton would...
Alright, so, the residents of the desert town of Toledo live in fear of a mighty wolf they call Old Red. Every time the beast makes his way into town, the people flee. But why does Old Red need to come to Toledo in the first place?
Old Red is certainly a fearsome sight to behold, and yet he left as quickly as he arrived, without harming anyone or destroying anything.
It's all about the bravado with that.
So why does he come to town to begin with, then? Alright, go ahead, Joe.
The varmint's gone! Well, gee, that's a relief. God, this guy looks like he could be voiced by Sam Riegel.
I know, right?
Well, this game's voicing was mostly done in Britain. Hello again.
You folks again? Look, I ain't no yellow belly. Just skedaddle already. You came to the wrong place at the wrong time.
One moment, if I may. It's fair to say the wolf we saw earlier is the cause of Toledo's troubles, is it not?
Well, aren't you the mighty fine detective? Yeah, what you saw just now was Old Red. About 3 weeks ago, he started coming down from yonder mountains.
Did he know?
Could you tell us which mountains exactly?
Look all around you, lady!
Kinda
It's nothing
surrounded
but
by it.
mountains surrounding us.
Well, yeah.
That's why I asked which ones specifically.
Not a chance, missy. You go up there and he'll gobble you up faster than you can shake a rattlesnake.
Alright.
Knowing Emmy, she probably could shake a rattlesnake.
I believe you haven't yet met Emmy Altava.
No.
But if you're still fixing for an early grave, go see the sheriff about it. He'll be in the saloon.
Alright.
I do like me my cowboy dramas, so sure, why not?
And then you go into the saloon and Yosemite Sam and Bugs Bunny are having one of their usual confrontations. Found in the hint coin in the sign. What else? Stagecoach.
Very nice.
Hint coin in. I'm pretty sure that's
In the wash basin.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's supposed to be the horse manure, isn't it?
Hey, at least it's not Weird West when you have to search for in a spittoon.
That actually might be just where the horses drink out of, actually.
Go ahead.
Despite the panic outside, this room exudes goodwill and cheer.
But yeah,
Why
it's either
is
where
that?
it's either where the horses drink out
It's
of,
called
or
a pub.
where the horses drink out of. Just pray it's not a manure pile, because if it is, that hint coin is going to stink.
Mm-hmm.
You can't miss a horse poop pile. You'd know if the hint coin was in there.
People here seem to be celebrating the fact that they survived the encounter with Old Red, rather than dwelling on the fear. And yes, they are getting into the booze.
That man outside said the sheriff would be in here, but I don't see anyone who looks like a sheriff.
Also, giant piece of ham.
Yep.
Yeah.
Little savory leg of lamb.
Wait, that's either a ham or a steak.
Go ahead, Teo, that's you.
I'm fine with either.
I've seen you around these parts, lady. Where do you hail from? Also, what's with this overbite?
Me? I'm from the Azran.
Oh, no, she's from Azrania, Texas. That's it. Azrania, Texas. Don't say you're from the Azran.
Go ahead.
Oh, Azran. Yeah, I think my cousin Dr. Terrorirez over. Fine place.
Oh,
Dr.
nice.
Shrek?
Say, you came for a game of cards? I'll deal.
Cards with a drunk. This almost seems too easy.
Oh, it's a puzzle.
Oh, it's a
okay,
puzzle.
then.
Well, what else?
Welcome to gambling, kids.
Well, Teo, what else it would be? Cards on the table. Go ahead.
Oh, now see here, little BC, here's the game. Don't worry, simple enough, even if you ain't ever played it before. Look at ends 1, 2, 3. Each time I line up the same 4 cards, some of them face up, some face down. On the touch screen, you see them lined up the 4 cards once again. To turn over one of these cards and produce a diamond, you win. Well, you lady, which card you gonna flip? And
But he's
the
not-
bird doesn't count.
What he's not telling her is that this is the easy one to lull her into a sense of luck.
Security, yeah.
Alright.
Oh, thank goodness. Oh god, if this were Nevada.
Alright, so basically look at those three patterns in the top screen. So basically, based on what you're seeing there, where do you think the diamond will be?
Fun fact about Nevada. Nevada, as you may know, is the state where Las Vegas is. So in Nevada, I kid you not, even the airports have slot machines and gambling runs on them. But it gets even
You just
better.
cannot wait.
It gets even better. There's also slot machines in the bathrooms, too.
What, you need to realize a 777 if you want to flush away the toilet?
Well, that's one way to get a royal flush.
Let's get a hint. Look at the symbols you can see on the various cards. A spade, a heart, a club, a diamond, and a joker. That's 5 different symbols. Across the 4 cards, there must be 5 surfaces with symbols printed on them.
But I remember a holiday to Vegas where me and my brother were too young to go in like so many parts of the hotel because it was just for gambling.
Another hint. Look at the cards that are lined up on the touchscreen. A club and 3 cards with their pattern sides face up. Now consider the information provided in hint 1. These 4 cards have 5 faces. You can see here that there are also 3 pattern surfaces. Since there are only 8 surfaces on the 4 cards, this means that there is only 1 spade, 1 club, 1 heart, 1 diamond, and 1 joker.
Neat.
So where?
Also-
So which of the 3 cards is the diamond? Yes, Jova, go on.
Also, in case you thought I was kidding, no, for real. You will find some gambling machines in some of the bathrooms.
Oh,
at
I
the
believe you.
casinos.
I believe
There you go.
Fairly sure about this.
But would you look at that? We have a winner.
The
Ladies and gentlemen, underage
Yeehaw!
gambling.
The club is the card you need to turn over. Once you realize that one of old Deringer's cards is double-sided, this puzzle becomes a lot easier. Ain't that right, miss?
Oh, it's okay, Drips. Pokemon already beat us to the underage gambling.
These days we cannot do any more, Jova.
There you go.
Yeah, but as much as they try to pretend it never happened, it happened.
Go ahead.
Now that's how you play cards.
Now, what do you say we up the stakes?
Jova.
No.
Oh,
Jeva?
Flint?
Yeah.
That's it with you.
Derringer! Oh, you got a lot to answer for, you chiseler.
Sheriff, it was just a friendly little game. There were nothing untold about it, I swear.
Oh, I see you was low, but cheating an innocent girl at a game of cards, you better make tracks pronto.
Okay, to his credit, he was just playing a perfectly harmless game with cards that without getting money from her or anything. To be fair,
I think it was implied he wanted to continue the game of luck, shall we say?
I guess.
That Derringer may be a little bit sly, but he may have a terrible sense of humor.
Sorry.
I guess he ain't all that bad. Anyhow, you folks must be from another county of some such. What brings you out here to this deadbeat town?
We're looking for something.
The wolf you call Ode Red has an item we seek around its neck.
Well, good luck, folks. Bye.
Well, it's your funeral.
Yeah, it's your funeral.
You want to meet old Red, huh? With all due respect, you folks must be off your rocker.
Bloody tourists.
Well, remember, Shireen, here we're going for the
American.
Yeah, we're going for the American Old West vibe. So
Goddamn
Darn
tourists.
yeah.
Listen, this ain't really the place. Oaks is celebrating, and I don't want to bring down the mood, you hear? Let's talk somewhere quieter. Meet me by the dried-up creek, just north of here.
But I wanted the piece of ham.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sheriff.
Oh God!
Can
Look
we
at that
take some to
delicious.
go?
Thank you,
Look
Sheriff.
at that delicious steak.
Thank you,
It
Sheriff.
looks, it's Oh, go on, Pedro. Sorry.
Thank you, Sheriff Sam Elliott.
Yeah, I'm glad you could tell that's what I was going for.
You've done that voice before in our playthrough, so I remembered.
Also, since we were wondering, that is probably a steak because it's looked like it's on a sizzle plate.
It's so goddamn
Oh no, I
delicious.
recognize. Oh, whatever. Moving on.
No, go on.
All right, let's see.
And there's a salamander,
Oh, okay, so we can pull
a
God.
roadrunner.
what's his name? Wayne Knight's character in Jurassic Park.
Again, what you
Dennis. That's it. Dennis. We can pull a Dennis and change the sign to hopefully, I guess, get people lost or something.
You didn't say the magic word.
Ha ha ha. Newman. But moving on.
Fun fact actually, I was actually introduced to Wayne Knight via Space Jam instead of Seinfeld or Jurassic Park.
Yeah,
Well,
he's mentioned the first time we covered.
That makes it. Well, that's not surprising. I mean, that movie came out around the time you were born, so.
Well, how did Wayne Knight end up in Punisher Warzone?
I just didn't want to cause a fuss for the whole town, you see.
You are afraid of the big wolf.
Ha ha.
Big bad wolf.
It's just a doggo. You just pet it.
Yeah, I see. Yeah, I see what you did there, writers.
Lately,
That old boy causes us a heap of trouble whenever he pays us a visit.
Lately, every time I see the word wolf, I'm reminded of the character Wolf from the game show Gladiators.
Now, I'm sure you ain't blind, but beyond our little oasis of calm, there ain't nothing but badlands, as far as the eye can see. I figure his old watering hole dried up, so he made Torito his new favorite spot, if you catch my drift. Hey, Emmy, it's almost like blocking up some water might cause damage to an ecosystem.
That makes sense. Animals do what is required to survive.
Emmy!
Yep. Now, I ain't saying I don't feel for the poor fellow. But it goes on like this, folks will not want to live here no more. Besides, who's to say he won't try and make off with Derringer like one day for his breakfast? Damn. I guess he really does care about Derringer.
Well, he's the sheriff. He's supposed to care about everyone.
Sheriff.
So,
Nevertheless, it is imperative that we find all red.
yes.
I take it you would know where his den is.
Yeah, be careful with that accent, playboyo. Some people might shoot you dead just for it. No backing down, eh? Ah, fine. But first, you gotta help me with this.
Of course.
All right, puzzle 66. Flying the coop. Go ahead, Joe.
A farmer comes back to his chicken coop to find the door open, and his chicken's gone. He tells the sheriff, who works out either A, B, C, or D, is responsible. But they're all pointing fingers at each other.
It's-
A, it's
It's B who's to blame. B.
B,
C's the culprit. No doubt about it.
C,
It's either A or B. I'm not sure which.
or D.
It's B or C. One of the two.
Only one of these people is telling the truth. Can you work out who is to blame for this?
Again, deduction puzzle. So,
It's D.
all right. So it's
D, you can't. It's D, he's the one who was the most hesitant to trying to name the culprits. Look at the ellipses there, right in the middle of the sentence.
A is accusing B. Yes.
What if he has a speech impediment, though?
Yeah, you ableist piece of shit.
Jesus Christ.
I'm joking. I'm joking.
But you see, Dwibs, how in just a matter of phrase, I am able to turn an accusation of who might be the culprit into a potential ableist accusation.
Also,
Wonders of context.
I'm gonna say no one is actually telling the truth. Everyone is actually lying.
Yeah, you all
Everybody's
suck.
guilty.
Yes.
Let's see.
Well,
I swear,
Brooklyn Nine-Nine,
that's-
if Well, Brooklyn Nine-Nine has taught me anything. It's that one of the best ways to introduce who the criminal is to use the song "I Want It That Way."
I thought it was Swinging on a Star, because that was Bruce Willis' song.
No, it's "I Want It That Way." It makes sense in context with that scene, which is so popular that scene probably has its own fan base. Some from people who haven't even watched Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Okay, so the one I'm pointing a finger to is person A.
Aw.
I think I'm in the mood for another.
Alright.
Not
Exactly! A is the one who's responsible for the chicken's disappearance. He didn't steal them though. He simply forgot to close the door. A's punishment will be
Okay.
to get the chickens back and clean the coop from top to bottom. B and D will have to help him too. They'll teach them to lie. Basically, B and D...
You idiots, the mask isn't even covering your noses.
Basically, as the game just said, one of the first things you need to realize about this puzzle is B and D are clearly lying because both their statements contradict each other. Basically.
Thunder Nation. So it was that feller. Guess I'll be sleeping easy tonight, and he won't be sleeping at all.
Please refrain from any accents, thank you.
Just do it one time and suddenly everyone's on your catbird.
You're stereotyping.
Tell you what you want to know. Some folks have seen old Red going into the old abandoned mine at night. My guess is that's where he sleeps.
And yes, I know I did it for like 2 words, but Luke did it a whole sentence.
Now, I'm sure you've all got good intentions and all, but I want no more part in this. From here on, your lives are in no one's hands but your own. Please, for your own good, stay clear of the old boy.
You were warned.
I'm talking about the dude here.
So, Old Red's Den is somewhere in that mine, is it? Well, let's go and pay the old boy a visit.
Literally, what did I just say?
Don't we need a gun or something?
That'll be
Plenty
fun.
around,
At least a tranquilizer or something.
Well, Teo, worst case scenario, Emmy can just protect us.
Leave it to me. I'll see if I can convince him to give us the egg.
Yeah, we're gonna use Luke as bait.
It's okay, I'll put it in a
Well,
headlock.
look at it this way, guys. Here's the plan. First, we try diplomacy with Luke. Failing that, Emmy will do what she does best, basically.
Violence.
Okay.
See? It's a perfect plan.
Why,
The
if I
town
didn't-
is either being built on top of the ruins, or, and I know this is a different animal entirely, something is stuck in that thing's foot.
Oh, good Lord.
So, this is the mine where Old Red lives. We'd best be on our guard. Luke, you go first.
Of course, send the child
Go
in
ahead.
first.
Agreed. Luke, it's very possible he will have bad temperament. We shall be right behind him.
Emmy,
May not
Luke
listen to you.
is not a canary.
Luke is a child, which means he has more energy. He is young. He can run faster.
God, how messed up is it that the professor's probably the one most concerned for my safety out of any of you?
Go on.
Well, because if I don't keep you safe, my threesomes will be over.
Yeah. Go
Oh,
on.
no need for that. I'm sure I can sort this out.
Luke just throws himself into danger.
Alright. Well, Shiroi, you're talking about the kid who rescued Janice. Yeah. So this is in
character on the mech.
That is actually in character for Luke. So remember, Shiroi, a true gentleman throws himself into danger to save a lady in need. So
A true gentleman throws himself to the wolves because he is undefeatable.
if that was what's necessary to save a lady in need, then yes, that is the code of a true gentleman. Yes.
There it is.
Oh, look, he's sleeping.
And then a
With
hint coin,
complimentary bones around him.
a deer
That's not really
skull.
wolf. Look at the bird.
Your skull.
Yes. Well, he is a wolf, so obviously he would eat, a deer.
I don't often know deer to hang out in the desert, though.
Well, maybe it's an antelope or some kind.
Alright,
Oh,
Oh,
Go
he's
ahead.
awake.
go ahead, Lips. Indeed.
Whoa, he's bearing his signs. That might not be a good sign for us two kids who went up ahead.
Look,
Oh, you
I
sure?
like how the two of them just casually walked up to them. Like,
No?
No, Aurora, it's not!
He seems to be in pain. I wonder if it's hunger, like the sheriff said.
Did
Oh,
we
and
really
very nice.
go
You two are his
upstairs and test
dinner.
that out?
And you just brought him his dinner. That's nice of you, I guess.
But will he give us the egg for it? Oh, I hope not, because we just walked into his lair. Mind you, if he wanted to eat us, I'm sure he'd have done it by now, and that would have
Luke,
been the end of
no!
the series. Relax, Professor. I can't die because I show up in Curious Village.
Luke,
dear.
have you not seen
I'm
Doctor
sure that's
Who?
not very comforting.
Well, okay, there was that one time, but...
Well, okay, Jova. What if we Azran technology, this Luke dies, but a clone gets created, and that's the one that shows up in Kira's village onward?
Oh, that would just add a whole
I
new layer
play
of
too much
tragedy.
all the time in
All right, go on.
Old Red, please listen. We don't mean you any harm. We just want to know what it is that's wrong with you.
Why?
Oh, you are? They're cutting you out of your salary. They took
He
away
wants
your
to eat
catering
Layton.
and trailer. Oh, so that's why you want to eat Layton's hat.
With my dead body.
That's the idea.
that's the point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What did he say?
The reason he keeps visiting Torito is because he wants to find the girl who once saved his life.
Classic.
How long ago was that?
Look at that tale. Another classic children's story. See, old Red turns out is a big softie.
He doesn't think he has very long left, and he wants to thank the girl before it's too late.
Oh my god, sure.
good,
Oh my god,
he's
sure. Now he's gonna kill the doggo too.
Oh no! So, he's ill.
Cancer, stage 3, I'm afraid.
Jesus.
He's an old boy.
Yeah, he is an old boy. Yeah.
I'm not sure. He just says he's in terrible pain.
Maybe he needs dental.
Maybe.
Dental being the source of what may
Oh,
have
go-
you live or
Go ahead.
die.
Go ahead.
He can't find the girl himself because every time he goes into town, the people just run away in fear.
That
Quite the inconvenience.
that is unbelievably cute.
Running
Maybe
away.
we could help him find the girl, and he could give us his
The
pendant.
fact is that everybody's afraid of him because they think he's dangerous, and all he's doing is just trying to find a friend.
Because he's dying.
He just wants scritches from this one specific person.
He's not keen on that idea. It's really precious to him. It was a gift from the girl, of course, and now he wants to give it back.
So we have to find this girl. Okay.
And then we'll take the egg from her.
But she can't need the ore stone as much as we do. What should we do?
Want to try explaining that to the giant pound of wolf
Maybe we
flesh
should
over
ask
there?
the girl in question.
Well, if I was in his position, I'd want to do the same thing. So I think we should help him. He says the girl is quite short, and the last time he saw her, she was wearing a red scarf and had plaited black hair.
Platted.
Okay, so short, wearing a red scarf, plaited black hair. Okay.
Platted.
Plaited. Yeah, whatever. Fucking terminology.
Come on, let's go and find her.
Think the Latin.
Okay, so we got our goal then. Alright, shouldn't be too complicated to accomplish, right?
Except the girl's probably really old by now.
Or dead.
Sheriff Flint,
Oh,
if I didn't know better, I'd say you were scared of the old boy.
You don't say. What are the odds? Ma'am, you don't mind me saying, only one who's happy about old Red coming to pay us all a visit is you. I wonder
I
who
wonder
this
who
may
that girl
be.
is.
This short old woman. May have good intentions, like you say. All it'd take is one little accident. You'd have one angry mom.
Oh, don't make such a ballyhoo. When's all Red ever said anything about eating folk? That's the darnest thing I've ever heard.
Pardon me while I get the next moment to translate giant wolf.
Translate growling.
Lady, I reckon anyone who claims they can speak with the old boy sure to be 2 rungs short of a ladder.
Hey, Sheriff, I can speak to the wolf.
Unless it's
Oh, that's
Well,
rich.
exactly.
You ain't the sharpest tool in the shed yourself, Flint.
Yeah, how dare you can't talk to
Now
animals.
put your hand in the shape of an L on your
Besides,
forehead.
a wolf or two might even be good for Torito. It'd leaven up this dull burg.
What is wrong with you?
She's old.
She's old, Swips.
Wow, that lady's really having a go at the sheriff. She his mother or something?
No. They would be,
Oh, man, your theory suffered, you know.
that would be
It's just a wolf. Grow up.
that would be funny if she was Flinty, have you arrested a lot of people today?
Indeed.
No, Mom.
Perhaps we should about to inquire.
In the
Sharing the
next part.
sheriff's embarrassing.
All right, everybody. So, tune in next time where we try to solve the incredibly difficult mystery of figuring out who this girl could be. I mean, it could, out of all the females in this town, it could be just about anybody. I mean, where could she be? God darn it! All right, see you for the next part, everybody.
See ya.
Bye.